Hey everybody, this is Stephen Ramsden, Director of the Charlie Bates Solar Astronomy Project. We're here in Atlanta, Georgia, one day after DragonCon, and we're pretty wore out from the gigantic event, but we're going to broadcast the sun for you. We're going to start out in white light, then we're going to zoom in, then we're going to go to calcium, zoom in, then we're going to go to hydrogen alpha and zoom in. I hope you enjoy it. We're using a 6-inch double Etalon H alpha scope, a 6-inch Skywatcher Esprit APO refractor for calcium K and white light, and Grasshopper's 6 megapixel express cameras for everything. So I hope you enjoy it, and I'm going to go ahead and move over to share my screen with you so you can see what's going on. And stand by just a minute. You're going to get a fantastic shot of AR2673 and AR2674, along with 3 other small groups that are forming right now. We had a great M-class flare from these yesterday, and I'm expecting another one during my broadcast. So let's see what happens. And here we are. Beautiful white light image. Gigantic sunspot groups forming. This one came out of nowhere 2 days ago, and now there's about 60 different small spots involved. This one's been here for a while. These 3 are new. This one formed a few days ago. It's really been a fantastic day on the sun. It's unbelievable how quickly AR2674 formed and released a flare yesterday at DragonCon for the spectators. So I'm going to start recording a couple of movies here, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Absolutely beautiful seeing today. It's really amazing how clear the sky is. Hurricane Harvey just went through here a few days ago, and Hurricane Irma is on the way. But man, we have got some clear, exceptionally good seeing right now. This image looks like it's just a still image, but it's a video. I'm taking frames, 600 frames each in my imaging runs with these PGR grasshoppers. This is a Grasshopper Firewire Express camera, 6 megapixels. It takes 8 frames a second, so it's fairly slow, but it's perfect for full disc. So I'm going to take another one. Just outstandingly good seeing, almost frozen. It's the link to join this on my Facebook page. If you'd like to join us. We're here in downtown Atlanta. It's about 78 degrees. There's an Apache helicopter going overhead. Just unbelievable seeing. I'm going to go ahead and mute the air conditioner next to me. So what I'm going to do now is put in a 4x power mate, teleview power mate, and zoom in on the spots. So everybody stand by, and we'll get that going. It's going to go blank for a minute. There we go. There's me. Hey. I'm going to put in this awesome faster camera and this power mate that's been through the ringer and see how that goes. So everybody stand by. Let me knock the dust bunnies out of it. Everybody stand by. This is my trusty 6 megapixel Grasshopper Express camera. I'm going to give it a rest and go with I changed my mind. I'm going to use a 5x Barlow because the seeing is just superb today. So we're going to see how that works. May get some Newton's rings, but that's okay. That's why they make Photoshop. All right. Just 1 second. All right, let's see here. Okay. Oh, come on. That camera's having some problems. Everybody, hang on. Okay. All right, camera issues. Everybody stand by. Get out my backup trusty camera. I got a bag of them here, so hang on. Let's see. 5 megapixel. 5 megapixel. I'm looking for something fast. We'll try this one. Although that's a color camera. We don't want color. So, all right, we'll try this one. Or is that the one I just had? Don't worry. We'll get going in a minute. Okay, let's try that. Except now I got to find the green number 58 filter that I always use. So hang on. Not there. Not there. Not there. Not there. Hold on. All right. Hang tight, everybody. Oh, it's in there. All right. We will be going here in just a minute. All right. 16. All right, here we go. Let me share the screen with you. Haven't focused it yet, but we'll be there in just a minute. All right, let's get this bad boy focused up. Just 1 second. As you can see, I need to take a flat frame. All right. Yeah, I know I should be better at this. All right, let's take a flat frame. There's the flat. All right, now let's get this mamma jamma up in here. Okay. All right. All right. Let's get it focused. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, big boy. Look at that. Holy moly. All right. This is using a 5X Barlow, if you can believe that. And the seeing is beautiful. Let's get it in the middle. Good Lord, look at that. Holy moly. All right. All right, we're going to run a few imaging runs here. Morning.
Podcast today?
Yeah, man. We're looking at a close-up of a sunspot. You want to look at it? This is a sunspot that's about the size of the Earth right here.
What?
We're super, super close in on the sun right now.
Man.
And I'm taking some movies of it, broadcasting on the internet.
Man, that's cool. What did you do for the solar eclipse? Did you do anything special?
Yeah, man. I was over at the Hart County Public Library. Look at that. That's a really weird feature there. That white area in between the two spots. It looks like there's a light bridge going over the top of that sunspot right now. Very unusual. That would mean there's a flare going off right in the middle of that sunspot normally. So let's grab some movies of that. Boy, that's really, really cool. There should not be a white area here. There should be the penumbra of this sunspot should continue around. So this white area is undoubtedly raised up above this sunspot. They call that a light bridge in white light. Although it does have granulation in it, so it's really an unusual feature. I've never seen a sunspot whose penumbra was gone like that. And of course, the other one's shaped like a heart. Yay. It's just really, really a fantastically gorgeous formation of sunspots, and it's hard to believe we have this good of seeing right now. This is using a 5x Barlow on a 6-inch triplet refractor. Some of these frames are just frozen, man. It's just beautiful. Just unbelievable. I'm going to get one in the middle since we're here. Scroll over in here and get the middle of this sunspot group. Not very exciting, but you know, it's part of it. A lot of these are just tiny pores where sunspots may form. This is in between the two big spots on AR2673. Then we're going to go down to the Mac Daddy AR2674 here in just a second. Well, the granulation is so clear and visible with this 5X Barlow today, it's really hard to believe. These seeing conditions are unbelievable. This is 7 out of 10 on the Wilson scale, maybe 8 out of 10. It's just unbelievable. If you've got a solar telescope, turn off this broadcast and get outside and set it up, because this is just gorgeous, beautiful activity. This is more like solar maximum type activity than solar minimum, which is what we're in right now. Let me take one more of these. With this smaller chip camera, faster frame rate, I'm taking twice as many frames. I'm taking 1,000 frames. And I'm going to stack about 5% of them probably, which is all I ever stack. Gosh, look at that granulation. Unbelievable. We haven't even gotten to the calcium or the hydrogen alpha yet, and this is just unbelievable here. That was my mailman, by the way. He always comes by and checks out what I'm doing out here. He thinks I'm crazy. If you're just tuning in, we're using a 6-inch Skywatcher Esprit refractor. And currently I'm using my 2 megapixel Grasshopper Express so I can get a small frame with super fast frame rate. And we have a 5x Barlow lens put into this telescope, so we're getting f/35 images right now. And this is the middle of the sunspot group, AR2673. Now I'm going to scroll over to the sunspot on the right, and there's that big light bridge again. Just a really amazing feature. Hard to believe, really. I've never seen anything like that. So I'm going to take one more imaging run here. Boy, look at that shape. Might just be a funny shaped sunspot, or it could be a light bridge going over the top. Whatever it is, it's really, really cool. All right, this imaging run's almost over. Then we're going to scroll down and find the big star of the show, AR2674. Where are you, big boy? Where are you? Where'd you go? Well, you're not there. Hard to find because I'm on such a zoomed in image scale. We'll find it in a minute. There's some interesting looking features there. Here we go. God almighty, look at, oh my God, look at that. Holy mackerel. Good Lord. Look at that formation. And again, this is only half of it. I'm using a really small, fast chip. My goodness, look at that. It doesn't get any better than this, folks. This is why I love solar astronomy right here. Yep, these images are unbelievable. Unbelievable, I tell you. Let me get a few runs on this, and then I'm going to go over to calcium K, and yeah, you will have your mind blown then, I guarantee. I'm going to mute it for a little bit. All right, so now we're on 1600 by 1200 on a 16-bit camera. Taking a couple more imaging runs. I'm gonna mute that siren for you so you don't have to listen to it. And we've got some clouds coming through. So stand by. All right. Everybody hang tight. We've got some clouds coming through, as you can see. It won't be long. It's just a little small cloud. Of course, it's gotten right over our telescope. It'll be gone any minute, and we'll be back in business. Again, I'm shooting with a point gray Grasshopper um, Firewire Express camera on an iMac using Astro IIDC. And currently we have a 5X Barlow. That's right, a 5X Barlow in a Skywatcher 6-inch triplet. All right, so there's the sun again. The wind's blowing pretty good. That's where all the shake's coming from. After this run, we'll go down to the, we'll go back down to AR2674, the big spot. Check it out. just fantastic seeing conditions today and beautiful features. Like I say, if you've got a solar telescope, you need to be outside, not watching this. Let's go over here. See where this bad boy is. Uh-oh, here comes the clouds again. Don't worry, it won't be long. Uh-oh, there's something there. That's probably it. There's the big mama. All right, let's wait for the clouds. Just be a minute. Wind's picking up, clouds picking up. That one's a little darker than the last cloud. It's a little thicker, but it's moving fast. So we'll be back in business in no time. Here it comes. All right. Alrighty. Let's see what we can do here. Give me all sorts of fits. Stand by. It was crystal clear when we set up, and there's just a couple of storm clouds coming through. So everybody hang tight for a minute, and we will be back in business. These are the point gray grasshopper cameras that I use. This is a 6 megapixel with a 7 frames per second rate. And the one that's on there now is a 2 megapixel camera with a 30 frames a second rate. I'd like to get the frames faster. The more you zoom in, the faster your frames have to be to prevent blur. And the more frames you need to take. So I'm waiting for the cloud to pass, which will be any minute here. Everybody just hang tight. It will be back, I promise. This is what happens when you're doing solar astronomy. Sometimes you just have to enjoy the day, lay back and not worry about it. There we go. There's something. All right, I've got it muted now, and I'm going to turn off the camera for a minute or two while this cloud passes, and we'll be right back. We're still waiting for the cloud to go by, and these are just my settings that I use. on my camera in case anyone's interested. This is white light settings. Getting the calcium K ready to go. Got the calcium K ready to go. The cloud looks like it's got another 5 minutes, maybe 4 minutes. And then we got a good blue stretch for a while. These clouds are moving fast, and there's more coming, but we should be able to get a couple runs in here. Again, this is Stephen Ramsden with the Charlie Bates Solar Astronomy Project. Downtown Atlanta, live solar imaging. All right, here it comes. I'm going to go ahead and share the screen. Just be a minute or two before it's back in. There we go. This is AR2674. Beautiful, beautiful structure. Light bridges, swirling umbra, penumbra. This looks like a violent sea. Maybe there's a hurricane going over there. It's really fantastic viewing today. And it's gotten a little bit worse since the clouds started coming in. But look at that light bridge down on the lower right of the main group. Really unbelievable. I'm going to swap out to calcium right after I take this last imaging run. And you will love it, I guarantee. We are fighting some clouds today, so I appreciate your patience. All right, I'm going to swap over to calcium. Okay. Cleaning up my tools. We'll be right back. All right. Let me take a new All right, so now we're just waiting for this cloud to clear, and then we'll have some calcium images for you. It's worth the wait. Just give it a minute or two. Fuck. Just another minute or two. You'll be fine. we missed that opportunity messing with the Barlow. Couldn't get it to focus. So, all right. What the? All right, standing up now, waiting on this cloud to clear. There is hope on the horizon. Always happens this way. Set up in the crystal clear skies, and half hour in, clouds over. I know none of you astronomers have ever had this happen to you. So, welcome to astronomy. So, we'll give it a little time. Looks like about 8 minutes before it'll be passed, and hopefully it'll be clear for a while after that. In the meantime, I'm going to turn off the camera and the microphone and just wait for a little bit. I have no idea what that big black thing is. I tried to clean it off everything, but it just won't come off. So, we will just shoot and try to ignore it. Oh, well, there you go. There we go. Seeing it's still pretty good. Flip this vertically. All right. And there we go. All right, so now we're looking at calcium K through a 6-inch refractor, AR2673. Beautiful sunspot group, lots of pores, lots of plage. Fantastically beautiful features. Hopefully we'll have this spot between the clouds for enough time to get some good shots. Sorry about all that black space there, but you know, that's the way it goes when you're doing astronomy. There goes the air conditioner again, so I'm going to mute us for a while. Please enjoy AR2673 on the sun. Looks like we got some flares crackling in the lower portion of this active region. Pretty incredible stuff. See if we can get the focus any better. There you go. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful features. And after we take this imaging run, we're going to go out to full disk calcium. See if we can get some prominences. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Just beautiful features today. That one sunspot's only got a portion of its penumbra. It's just beautiful. seeing's kind of acting up a little bit, as you can see. We're about 1 p.m. here in Atlanta. It's nice and hot. All right, I'm going to switch over to full disk. Everybody, hang on. Just 1 second. We'll have it here in no time. Okay, okay. All right, start video. Now we're overexposed. Bring it back down. Oh, yeah, boy, look at that. Just 1 moment. Okay. Getting the exposure down. And boom. Very nice. Very nice. Let's put that back in the center. Oops. See if we can get that focus a little bit better. I think that's about as good as it's going to get. Let's take some images. We'll take a couple of these and then we'll go over to the hydrogen alpha and wrap it up for today. Beautiful features today on the sun. Okay, I'm going to go over to a prominence view here in a second. See if we can get some prominences without blowing everything out. Are there prominences? Yeah, there's a big one right down there. These are calcium K prominences there on the bottom left. Big, giant, tall one. There's about 10 Earth diameters tall and about 30 Earth diameters wide. Just beautiful features today. It's unbelievable. This is more like solar maximum type stuff than solar minimum. And I'm going to switch over to H alpha here in just a second. All right, everybody stand by. All right. Let's see what we got. Okay. This is a 6-inch double stacked hydrogen alpha scope. That needs to be tuned clearly. All right, hang on while I do the tuning. Everybody stand by. Nope. All right. There we go. All right. Oh, that was easy enough. Screw them all the way in. Hope for the best. All right. All right. Right there. It's like a little flare in the bottom of AR2674. Let's take some imaging runs here. All right. Yeah, I think the white light view just blows everything else away today. Appreciate you guys being patient. We're going to do this a couple runs for proms and surface, maybe a close-up, and we'll be done. Some beautiful features. Notice how you can barely see the hundreds of sunspots that are out there in this H alpha view because we're looking at the upper chromosphere here, not the photosphere. This is a double stack 6-inch H alpha scope. All right, let's turn up the gamma a bit and get these prominences. Okay. I'll put some color on it for those people that like color. And you'll quickly see why we don't normally use color, because it looks terrible. And that's why I try to leave it monochrome on H alpha, because red is just really, really hard to perceive in 2 dimensions. It's crackling with flares over there in AR2674. Here comes some clouds. Hopefully it won't be too bad. It's just a stray cloud. That's good. You can see the spicule layer around the edge of the sun's chromosphere also, which is really awesome. And that tells you that your scope is tuned perfectly when you can see the spicules on the edge. All right, so bear with me. I'm going to swap out cameras and go for a zoom in, and we'll be done. Hang on. All right. Let me screen share with you. It's going to start black, and then we're going to turn up the exposure to get it working. All right. All right. Bad Newton's rings. See if we can get rid of those. Nope. Yep, we just have some bad Newton's rings, and that's it. So we're going to have to deal with that. Yep. 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 All right. Well, that's just the way it is. Newton rings are caused by too much glass in the glass path reflections. This Barlow is causing some pretty serious rings on the bottom right of the image. I'll try to process those out, see what happens. All right, let's go over here. All right, a lot of flaring activity. See, the seeing is deteriorating greatly since this morning when we started. Let's take one more run. Another way to get rid of these rings is to let your mount drift and not try to track it. But this Astrophysics AP1200 mount just won't drift no matter what you do. It's so accurate. If you can let it drift a little bit during your imaging run, it'll get rid of the rings. But when you have a perfectly precise mount, it's almost impossible to get rid of them in processing. All right, let's run over to see if we can find that prominence. There it is. Right in the middle of our rings, of course. All right, so we're going to end it on that note, and I appreciate everybody tuning in. Get out there and get your telescopes and go look at this beautiful features on the sun. They're unbelievable right now. All right, so there we go. This is Stephen Ramsden coming to you from Atlanta, Georgia. We've been watching the sun through clouds, and I hope you enjoyed this video. There's nothing to solar astronomy. Get out there and get yourself a solar telescope and get to it, man. www.solarastronomy.org, and I appreciate you tuning in. Take care.